Are you looking this? Do you see this? Are you recording?
We're all recording. I'm recording.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get that body cam, bro. I'm gonna file a complaint on you.
My ID right now on
Yes,
this
you
call.
are.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, let's get a captain out here, sir.
No, captain's not going to come out here.
Let's get a captain. If somebody trying to infringe on your rights, the captain should come out.
No, okay.
My ID, this is the force.
I'm going to arrest you at this point.
I'm not going to resist.
Yes, okay. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
I'm not going to take that out of your hand yet.
That has nothing to do with you. I can be on this public easement all I want. Why don't you just leave me alone, Higgins? Why don't you just go back to work?
Cops have a duty to protect citizens and uphold the civil rights they swore to defend at the start of their careers. But what happens when they become the very threat to those rights? Here are some moments when suspects humiliated corrupt cops who took their abuse of power and position way too far.
Get out of the car, we're going to drag you out. We're going to break your window, drag you out. Don't do this.
What conduct did I do that?
Disorderly conduct, it's a criminal charge.
Disorderly conduct?
Camp security contacted the sheriff for assistance with a guest when they described him as aggressive and threatening when approached. They claim the guest sent the threatening messages out of dissatisfaction with the staff's responses to his questions. Security requested that the sheriff help escort the guest to a designated spot in the campground. However, these power-hungry policemen eagerly saw this as the perfect opportunity to feed their egos.
Have I broken the law? Have I broken the law?
No, but this officer safety. We don't know what's in the vehicle. We'd like you to step out and we can talk to you.
Well, this isn't a traffic stop.
Step out of the car. We're giving you a lawful order.
Step out of the car.
This is not a traffic stop,
Step out of the car.
and I have not broken a law.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're under arrest, so get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
What am I under arrest
Disorderly
for?
conduct, get out of the car.
What disorderly conduct?
Get out of the car, we'll talk about it, but right now you're resisting arrest.
Get out of the car, we're going to drag you out. We're going to break your window, drag you out. Don't do this.
What conduct did I do that?
Disorderly conduct, it's a criminal charge.
Disorderly conduct?
ARS 13-2904, anything that disrupts the peace of another. Get out of the car, you're under arrest.
Wait, you witnessed disorderly conduct to arrest?
Get out of the car.
Is there a sergeant here?
My lieutenant's right here.
Okay,
Get out of the car.
Witnessed disorderly conduct to arrest?
The police escalated the situation from the very beginning, threatening the man with arrest. They failed to provide specific reasons for the arrest, relying instead on threats and intimidation. The man was right to ask for an explanation, but the officers couldn't justify their demands with laws or evidence. Refusing to get out of his car and citing his rights, the guest faced increasing pressure and escalation. Will these forceful tactics lead to a serious violation of rights?
To arrest you? We're trying to talk to you. Well, he's saying I'm under arrest. So why don't you roll on the window and we'll talk to each other? Well, am I under arrest or not?
We're doing an
So I'm
investigation.
not under arrest and they
Okay,
just
but
threaten
you're
to
being
arrest?
detained. You're being lawfully detained.
Okay, I'll agree with you there.
So, want to act like a normal
Am
person?
I under arrest like this officer?
Okay, what did I just tell you?
You said I'm not.
What did I tell you? That you're being detained, right?
Sir, please step out of the vehicle.
No.
Okay.
So I said I'll
There you
talk
go.
to you.
Okay, do you have any weapons in your car?
I'm not going to answer any
Okay,
questions.
because this is a big difference between us taking you out or not. So you can run down the window the whole way and let us see your hands, or we're going to break you out of the car. Roll down the window. Okay. This isn't going to go.
The guest insists that his actions do not constitute disorderly conduct and asks the police to clarify what they know. The officers, however, continue to provide vague answers as the guest tries to make sense of the situation. If the police can't justify their actions now, what will happen when tensions escalate? Clearly, this isn't about uncovering the truth. It's about asserting control under the guise of legal authority.
Bro, we're getting to the point where this isn't a negotiation, okay?
I understand my rights. I have no officer.
Okay, well, if you understand your rights, there's a Supreme Court case that says you have to get out of the car. Okay, this is a lawful traffic.
On private property.
You're stopping us.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
do you
what
want
am
to
I
argue about this,
stopped
or do you want to talk about why we're here?
I want to know.
Let me see
You
both
said I'm
your
under
hands.
arrest, and you said maybe Now, I'm not stopped for a traffic stop, clearly.
You're being legally detained.
Okay, to
now we're gonna knock
investigate
this
something.
out.
To investigate something?
Yes.
Okay. What are you investigating?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay. Where? Well, I wasn't disorderly, so what do you want to know?
What happened?
What?
I mean, I have on film me just talking to him very, you know, he was not.
The situation gets worse when the camp manager shows up to talk to the cops. He says he handled things professionally, but the guest claims the staff made his PTSD worse. The police listened to the manager's side of the story, acting like it was completely true, without even asking the guest what had happened. This shows how the cops were more interested in backing each other up rather than finding the truth. And this is just the first of many mistakes they'll make.
So I tried to arrange a meeting with us. We had an incident. He got in one of my security guys' face last night, so I tried to arrange a meeting with the guy. Then he got all pissy on a text with security, even though I'd sent him an email to meet with me about his actions. So then he came up and just stormed the office. Very combative. We have a history at one of the other parks of being combative. He recorded me the whole time. I just wanted to have a professional conversation.
Describe combative. What does that mean?
Raising his voice extremely high.
Okay, so yelling.
Not listening to my side. He's recording me.
Was he?
He tried. I have a kind of a line cross, and he tried to. And he got in my security guy's face last night.
Okay.
So I just wanted to have a conversation with him this morning about our rules and policies. He escalated this morning.
The manager described the guest as intimidating during their interaction, but admitted there were no threats or bad language. According to the manager, the guest raised his voice while talking about problems from the night before, but kept his distance. Still, the cop ignored the facts and twisted the story, hearing what he wanted to hear. Once again, this shows just how unprofessional he is. But stay tuned, this story is about to heat up even more.
I tried to do it in a and he said we aggravated his PTSD, and all I tried to do was talk to him about the rules and policies, and then it got to this.
Okay. So, how close was he when he was yelling at you?
Oh, within 3 feet. But he was yelling and using it as what the conversation was last night. So it wasn't like he's very intimidating. I mean, that's all I can say.
Was he cussing?
No cussing.
Okay. Did he threaten you?
Just said he was going to take it to legal and corporate.
Okay. So what are the text messages?
So this is what concerned us at first. The security officer basically said that we were going to meet with him at 8:42 at 10:30. So are you refusing? And he says, why are you being invasive? Please give me the manager's email.
The manager asked the cops to issue a trespassing order against the guest, claiming his behavior towards the staff was intimidating. Sounds reasonable enough, right? But here's the real issue. The cops jumped to act without even understanding what trespassing actually means. Their lack of knowledge will only make things worse and show just how unprepared and careless they really were.
I sent him the email with all my contact information. Then he says, act like no one is safe here, and you're rude, immature, and evasive. Now you made me unsafe and aggravated. I will only communicate. Do not approach me, or else things may escalate. So we thought, well, this is kind of getting out of hand. And then we just called when we needed some backup, because obviously wasn't going to get a regular conversation.
Okay. So, what are you guys wanting done?
Well, he can't really stay here.
Do you want him trespassed from the property?
Yeah, he can't. And I said, I need you to leave the property and we'll deal with this outside, or deal with this after the fact. But he can't be here acting like this. He's already intimidated one of my staff last night. He's intimidating to us.
Okay.
So he can't really be here.
Okay.
The cop tried to get the manager to say the guest was aggressive, but the manager wouldn't lie to him. Still, that didn't stop the cop from sticking to his plan. It's clear he had already made up his mind about the guest, and from that moment on, the cop acted like the guest had no rights, not as a club member or even as a citizen.
You keep saying he's intimidating and combative, so combative.
Very argumentative.
Argumentative? Okay. Was he squaring up with you, bowing up?
No, just.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't think he's threatening my safety, but he's not listening to comments. Like,
And you guys don't want him here anymore because of him violating whatever policies, rules you have?
well, at this point, since it's got combative like this,
Okay.
and that it's going to escalate, and even though he didn't even respond to my email about meeting with me, and then he just came
But
to the office.
you want him trespassed now? And you want him off property now? Okay.
I have user's rights. I paid $6,500 to be a member in it. I have.
Before talking to the guest, cops huddled together to decide if his behavior could be called disorderly conduct. They even admitted he wasn't violent, didn't swear, and didn't make any threats. Sounds like they might finally do something right, doesn't it? But no. These amateurs are about to prove once again how clueless and reckless they really are.
Who's calling you?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so here's the deal. Basically, do we have disorderly conduct?
So, with him, it doesn't sound like it was necessarily disorderly. He was argumentative, went into the store or whatever. And last night had gotten into an argument and gotten into a security guard's face. That was last night. Today he went in there basically doing this, argumentative, yelling, screaming.
He was yelling and screaming.
No profanities, no threats. He was about 3 feet away from the guy the whole time. He said he felt intimidated, but he didn't feel like he was like in.
Wasn't trying to start a fight with them.
No,
Like, if you look at
and
the
I asked
disorderly
him-
conduct statute, I mean, does this guy fit the statute?
One of the cops actually suggested not accusing the guest of trespassing and just letting him go. But in a group of bad cops, his opinion didn't matter. What's worse, he quickly joined with his colleagues, as you soon see, showing his true colors. It's clear that even the ones who might seem reasonable can't resist falling in line with the rest.
$6,000.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Like, if he's a member in this, and
Is that any different than like a timeshare guy that buys into something and staying at a hotel? Like, it's no different.
So as far as the hotel goes,
well, okay, so let me ask you this: are you guys willing to fuck this guy up? Because that's what's going to happen.
no, I don't.
mean, we're gonna-
No,
I'm not here to.
no, absolutely
So-
not.
I'm not here to fight or
No,
anything like
absolutely
that.
not.
So that's what I mean. So we got this murky civil process.
Uh-huh.
So why are we going to put ourselves in a line? Because it really doesn't change our life if we walk this guy or not.
Except for
because-
the trespassing part.
Well, I'm
He's
not
not
sure if he is. And
Okay.
if we don't know for sure that he's trespassing,
Yeah.
I mean, like, let's look at the trespassing statute and see. But if he's not absolutely trespassing, if he has some type of property rights to this,
I'm
then
going to go ask them what exactly his role as far as does he live here?
The guest tried to stand up for his civil rights, pointing out that he had paid over $6,000 to be a club member, but the management claimed that membership was a privilege, not a right, and that they could suspend or cancel it based on behavior. Can you believe it? They were twisting the situation to justify kicking him out. Trust me, this mess is only getting started.
The reason I'm staying is because I have a right to stay and I haven't done anything wrong.
And we're going to figure that out. But, all right, thanks.
Corey, I apologize. I made a mistake in saying that
I
your
really
arrest for
appreciate
disorderly conduct.
All right. Okay, so he says that he has basically like a timeshare through 1,000 Trails.
It's a membership. We control it. It's a privilege. It's not a right.
Okay.
And I mean, we could basically suspend him or terminate his membership at this juncture for acting like he is. So he has no rights to be here
Okay.
at all.
So how long does
He
he?
doesn't lease a site. There's no tenant-landlord agreement.
So he doesn't fill out any rental agreements or anything
No.
like that.
No rental agreements at all. It's a right to use contract. I even put all of our.
Despite the pressure and threats, the guest stays calm, demands his rights, and even offers evidence to clear up the situation. The cops only drop their tough act and switch to informal talk when they realize they have no real reason to act against him. But instead of just apologizing or letting him go, they take their own mistake as a challenge to their authority. And you can imagine how badly that turned out.
And I'm going to ask you. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to show me the recording?
Yes.
Okay.
I will show you of in here.
Of the incident.
Now that we're done, you release me and we're good to go. I'll shut off my phone and
You're 100%
I'll just show you so that you can get the tone of what was going on there. And back, you know why. No.
Did we get his name from Hey, Corey.
The plate's right over.
Did we? Okay, can we double check?
Yeah, I double check it now.
Okay. What kind of dog you have? Just a lab. He was very interested in everything.
The guest shows a video of his interaction with the security guard, proving he wasn't disruptive or inappropriate. But pay attention to the cop's sudden change in tone now, even casual, friendly even, as if trying to cover up their earlier aggression. This fake attempt to save face only shows how inconsistent they are. And let's not forget the bigger issue here, the damage has already been done. They can't undo it.
Okay, so this is the security office. So you can just see it here. So here's security when he says I was out disorderly at security. So I'm walking around. I think it stalls for a second because he.
You guys just want to watch that? I'm gonna go talk to them. Okay, so after talking with my lieutenant, so we think this is more of a civil dispute between the two. Okay, between the company and him. So I'd recommend going to court to get him taken away from the property, evicted, never to use the company again.
Well, we don't need to go through court. We can suspend him today.
That's
But
gonna
how
be,
do we get him off the property?
Again, we're being told that he has some sort of agreement that he's allowed to. Okay, no, but we don't know. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna tell him that he's not to have any contact with you and any of you. Okay, and vice versa. You guys just leave him alone. Now, if something disorderly happens to the point where he's threatening, okay, meaning I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna kill you.
The officers tell the management they have no legal reason to forcibly remove the guest, but the management keeps pushing, using vague and subjective claims of inconvenience. Don't be fooled though, these cops were never good Samaritans. This so-called explanation was just a cover, a mask to hide their real intent, deciding for themselves how to act.
Whatever, I'm gonna burn stuff down, whatever. Or he's trying to fight you guys, okay, squaring up, bowing up, getting in fighting stances, cussing at you, yelling at you. Call us, because then we can come back, okay? Because that's disorderly conduct.
But by our rules, and he's subject to our rules, if we can ask him to leave at any time.
You can ask him.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
But we can't force him right now. And talking with my lieutenant, he's agreeing that we're not going to force him to leave. Okay, because it sounds like a big civil issue between you guys. Does that make sense?
I guess that's. I mean, in other incidents we've had before with similar issues, we haven't had the problem with asking someone to leave. I think you just really pushed the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we're hearing some of what he's saying. I mean, I know he's putting you guys in a bad light too.
Mm-hmm. It's just that we have to listen to both sides. We have to come up with a solution. Okay, and we've determined that there's no crime.
When the management finally left, the cops wasted no time escalating things with the guest again, just when it seemed like everything was about to end peacefully. While the guest was still willing to show them footage to prove his case, they chose to take advantage of his kindness. They saw it as a sign of weakness, thinking they could use it to assert their authority.
Why did that stop recording though? Was your interaction done with them?
I walked away. I was like, this is gonna get it, and I just walked away.
Convenient.
Convenient? What's convenient?
Oh, no.
You have the other ones on there?
What's convenient?
The fact that you stopped recording when you wanted to.
When I walked away, it was convenient.
Yeah.
Dude, what is your problem, bro? Are you looking to? You see this? Are you recording?
We're all recording. I'm recording. I'm not
Okay,
hiding anything.
good. I'm gonna get that body cam, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna file a complaint on you. That's out of line.
Do you have any other videos?
Convenient? You know exactly what you meant by
You're
that.
choosing to record what you want.
I'm recording the whole interaction. I turned and walked away. And you're
So-
telling me that's convenient? Were you there? Do you know what happened? I'm trying to give you evidence right now, and you're starting shit.
I'll leave.
The cops tried to accuse the guest of conveniently stopping the recording to make himself look good, claiming he didn't know the full story. But what they didn't expect was for this guy to flip the script entirely. He walked away, leaving them humiliated, then posted the video on YouTube for everyone to see the kind of corrupt and unprofessional police officers we have serving us. Speaking of unprofessional cops, this incident in Missouri will leave you even more stunned than the last one. These officers not only didn't know the law, they also didn't understand basic constitutional rights. It all began when a bank called 911 to report a man filming their building from a public street. So let's see how these clueless cops handled a situation involving someone who hasn't broken a single law.
Okay. Well, they're just concerned because apparently individual matching your description has been doing this a lot in ASB locations.
Okay, you got your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Savage, Grandview Police Department, badge number 0315.
Thank you so much for being professional.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm just recording. I didn't even speak to nobody.
I know, but they see you out here and they're concerned that you're possibly casing the place.
Say that one more time.
Casing the place?
I'd rather roll a joint than case it.
Okay, no, I get that.
Yeah.
So is it like for a YouTube website, or is it just recording just because you want to situation?
I'm just recording. It was like one of the first actual real days of fall.
Okay.
The temperature didn't drop. Well, yesterday I guess was. The temperature was down. Actually, on Halloween. It just didn't feel that bad.
Is there a reason you're doing this building?
I was actually just walking all the way around.
Just walking all the way around?
Yeah.
This building, or just walking around in
Just
general?
around the whole area.
Okay.
Is that fine?
That's fine.
At first glance, the officers' conversation seemed casual, but the underlying dynamic tells a different story. Officer Savage questioned the man about why he was filming the bank, claiming the staff were worried he might be casing the place for a crime. But here's the problem. This cop didn't even realize he made a mistake by showing up. Instead of educating the bank employees about a man's legal right to film in public, he escalated the situation.
So we're out here just talking to you.
Well, I had no ill intent, nothing like that, nothing nefarious going on. Just recording.
Like I say, is it for like a website that you got, or just because you like to, you a video editor or
I
something?
just got this camera. It's pretty cool. I like it. I'm just trying to see what the footage look like. Next, I'm getting me a body camera. What kind is that?
This is a Motorola one, WatchGuard.
Okay.
So they had WatchGuard, and then WatchGuard got bought out by Motorola. So now that we got newer cameras, so when they activate that one, also they activate that one too.
Okay. Is that like a level 4 vest? Or is that a 3?
I don't know.
Okay.
It stops bullets at some point.
Okay.
So apparently he's just out here recording the fine scenery.
Yeah. Can I get your name and badge number as well, sir?
Yeah, if you want it, it's Bailey. 0198. How you
Thank you so
doing,
much for
man?
being professional.
You doing all right today?
I was just hanging around. It ain't as cold as I thought it would be.
Oh, yeah.
With the temperature dropping down.
Yeah.
How did
The officers' tones shift to overly casual small talk, almost as if they're testing the waters, keeping the individual engaged without a clear purpose. While they exchange banter about trivial math problems, the underlying tactic seems clear. Maintain control of the interaction while appearing friendly, but this forced camaraderie serves only to prolong the encounter unnecessarily. What follows next will strip away this facade and expose the true nature of their intentions.
daylight saving affect you guys?
I wasn't working, so usually if the guys are working, they got to work an extra hour.
Yeah, because I caught myself just waking up in the middle of the night and I didn't know why. And then when I got on the internet, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. Okay,
Yeah.
daylight savings. I thought an extra hour of sleep, I guess it felt good, you know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
I guess so.
Some things that people be having issues answering. Who can I answer a question to?
I can answer.
You wanna-
Well, anything I can answer, I will.
I mean, I think you can. What's 550 divided by 2?
Oh, it's going to take me a minute. But 550 would be 275.
Okay.
How's that? Is that right?
You probably the
take me a minute.
Yeah, probably second officer that will be able to get that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Why is that a significant thing? You just do that or what?
What started as harmless banter quickly turned into an attempt to trap the man. The cops didn't take long to show their true colors, making up a series of events that had nothing to do with why they were there, all to paint the man as the bad guy. Were they telling the truth, or was this just a desperate trick to justify their actions? You can probably guess the answer.
Have you been doing this at other NASB locations, or this is like the first time you've been doing it over here?
What you mean?
Because they talk to each other, right? All the NASB ones talk to each other. Apparently, they said that, and like I said before, individual matching your description's been doing this a few times. Is it like, do you like the NASB structures or something like that?
My
or
description?
Yeah.
What description they give?
Sombrero style hat, black male, gray sweats, gray sweater with a camera.
You agree with that?
That's what we were told.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's how it was dispatched.
Man, I tell them peace, man. No intent matching. I mean, if they would have came and talked to me, they would have seen I'm pretty like a real chill, cool guy.
I know,
I could
but
tell them like, hey, I'm just.
They get nervous, you know.
Yeah, let me ask you this though: you guys are officers. What can you see?
You can see points of egress, exits, possible weak points.
The conversation drifted into meaningless small talk, with the cops pretending to be friendly by playing word games and making casual comments, but the man wasn't fooled by their act. Instead, he decided to give him a lesson on constitutional law and the First Amendment, something they had clearly forgot, even though they swore to uphold those rights at the start of their careers. Strange, isn't it, how quickly they abandon what they're supposed to protect?
Points, glass, stuff like that.
What you used to do in your what you used to do?
I used to be.
I didn't see that. He said he sees nothing.
I used to be a Marine.
It's a building to me. Yeah.
I used to be a Marine, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I salute you twice then, man. But for somebody's not, I mean, I'm not aware of those kind of things, man. Like, I didn't see nothing. And same thing, you saw what I saw.
Right. I mean,
windows is tinted, man.
Yeah.
And I'm on a public street.
No, you are, yeah. We just came to talk to because they're worried. All we can say, hey, we went and talked to him. He's just doing this.
Think about it this way, right? There's like 8 billion people in the world, right? How many people are standing out here videotaping?
Somebody's going to do something. Somebody is going to do nothing nefarious. It's 2024, man. Everybody has a camera.
That's true.
Right when you walk out your house, you on camera for the whole
That's
day.
true, but I'm just saying if it strikes somebody as odd.
I mean, it's okay. I totally understand that. Now, nothing against that. I'll just be kind of curious. Like,
I don't disagree with you.
Which one of you guys are a good speller? Who's a good speller?
Oh, hell no.
I'm like basic words. Nothing like a hard word.
For you or what?
Can you spell forwards, backwards? You can even use your notepad.
Backwards?
You can even use your notepad.
Forwards is SDRAWROF.
You can even use your notepad.
He just did it.
What he saying?
He did.
The conversation shifts to unrelated chatter about local restaurants and random trivia as the cops try to drag out the interaction while pretending to be friendly. Even though the topics seem harmless, you have to wonder, is this really about addressing concerns, or is it just their way of trying to assert control over a situation where none is needed? But what's their way out? Stick around and see the truth is about to come out.
1019. He just did it, man.
I did not hear it.
It would be, 4 words would be SDRAWROF. Right?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
That wasn't.
No? Were you supposed to spell forwards and backwards? Like there's 2 ways that could go. There's probably not a right answer.
Yeah, man. It was the right answer. You got it on the second one. You didn't do it, but you said it.
Yeah.
It's either, it was going to be one of the
where's
two.
something good to get something to eat?
What are you in the mood for?
Something local.
Local?
Oh, local. TJ's Cafe.
TJ's is the local.
El Ateno.
El Alteño is a real good spot if you like Mexican food up on Main Street. It's an orange building, bright orange building. Oh yeah,
It's right there on Main Street. Okay.
They got good
police station in.
Well, normally it's at 1200 Main Street, but we're working out of the view right now. 13500 Myers. It's a community center. Yeah, they've renovated the city hall and police station up here, and they're about done with it.
So that is you guys' police station? Is the city hall and police station connected?
City hall's up top. We're at the bottom.
Yeah,
okay.
We're in the basement.
And you guys are some cool guys. So you were sorry.
Well, no, corporal.
Okay.
Officer Savage casually mentions he's been on the police force for 17 years. At first, it might sound like an impressive achievement, but keep this in mind, because it won't be long before you're left wondering how someone as unprofessional as Officer Savage managed to stay in this position for so long.
Where do that fall in the ranks? How do the ranks
Right between patrolman and sergeant.
Okay.
So when the sergeant's out, he's in charge.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and how long y'all been on the force?
17 years.
You don't, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Well,
You don't mind me putting you on the spot? How old are you?
42.
You 42?
Yeah.
What's your favorite number, 1 through 10? What come to mind?
3.
3? If you was born 3 years ago from today, how old would you be?
Why is he asking you so much? It's like a sobriety test out here.
39.
Okay.
There, did it again. 3 in a row.
Yeah. He's hitting you hard.
No? You stay around here or what, man?
What do you mean?
You stay around, where you live? Are you from Green?
I'm from Earth. Yeah. On this planet.
Likewise.
Yeah. Where are you from? Earth. Okay. Hey, see?
As you might have guessed it, these so-called cops didn't stick to their little games for long and quickly demanded the man's ID. But what they didn't see coming was that this man was a legal expert who knew the law better than they did. He immediately began to defend himself, exposing their ignorance. Instead of admitting their mistake, they took it as a direct attack on their egos.
You have an ID on you real quick?
You need my ID?
Just to document who we talked to. Because here's the thing, right? Legally, constitutional rights. We have detained you for a little bit, so we need to make a real quick record
So
of that.
hold on. This is good. So you just illegally detained me?
I didn't say that.
You just said you detained me.
Yeah.
Is that illegal? What crime?
We got a call out here. It's a police call.
That's okay, you getting the call, but now you just said you detained me. To detain somebody, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
Which we kind of did.
So what crime did you detain me for?
We've already explained why we're here. I'm just going to document your name and date of birth and say that we talked to you.
Okay, I don't have to get my ID.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do. Let's get a supervisor out here. Let's get a captain out here, sir.
Well, the captain ain't going to come out for this.
He's going to come out for this, sir. Yes,
he will not.
Yes, he is,
So,
buddy.
well, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
I was going to see how much you was going to trample on my rights. Now, you guys did good for a second.
No,
but now you're trying
we're not trampling on any rights.
I'm in public, doing nothing nefarious.
Okay.
And you just walk up and ask me for my ID.
Except that we got a police call for service
That's
out here.
fine. That's fine. You can do that.
The caller articulated who you are, what you were doing as far as your physical description.
No problem.
Okay. Based on that suspicious call for service,
Is this a misdemeanor or a felony?
It
doesn't matter.
Suspicious
It's neither.
Suspicious
Y'all lived like some good guys. Y'all just flipped the script.
Hold on.
Y'all just flipped the script.
The officer's facade of authority slips further as they claim expertise on the law while clearly misrepresenting constitutional rights. Their insistence on ID for lawful activity protected under the First Amendment shows their willingness to blur legal lines to assert control. The individual, unwavering, counters with calm reasoning, exposing the officer's flawed justification. This clash between rights and authority is nearing its peak.
Hold on, I'm trying to explain it to you.
Go ahead.
Right? Because we're out here for a lawful call for service, and we contacted you lawfully. Okay, you don't have to agree. I'm just telling you this is the law. Okay, I'm the subject matter expert on this.
That's not law, sir.
So,
that's not law. To show ID, sir.
Can I ask what you've been doing?
You need reasonable, articulable.
Let me ask you what you do for a living, man.
That a crime is being committed. Now, you cannot turn. You put his gloves. He ready to go hands on.
He's cold-blooded. Hey, listen.
My hands are cold.
What do you do for a living? I'm just curious now. He's asking me all kinds of questions and I answer them. Come on now.
That's fine.
And you know what I do for a living. I'm asking you what you do for a living.
Police tactics now.
I'm asking you because I want to explain something to you.
I'd rather not answer that.
Okay, you don't have to.
I'm just out here exercising rights.
Okay.
Now, if you're trying to turn legal, constitutional, protected.
The officer doubles down, falsely claiming the man is legally required to show his ID, even though there's no valid reason for it. Their refusal to consult a higher authority, paired with subtle threats of arrest, make their strategy clear: intimidation over following the law. But before we hear more from these dismissive cops, let me ask you, have you ever dealt with officers who threaten your constitutional rights?
Can I do a crime to try to get my ID? that look bad, Officer Bailey?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Am I legally required to give you my ID right now on this call?
Yes, you are.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, let's get a captain out here, sir.
No, captain's not going to come out here.
Let's get a captain. If somebody's trying to infringe on your rights, a captain should come out here.
No.
I'm calling somebody higher than you, sir.
What will happen is you'll be placed under arrest for failing to identify
That's
yourself.
a secondary crime. You got to commit a first crime first to even have to ID, sir.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
I challenge you on that, sir. You don't
want to do that because that's just going to
you,
end
sir.
you going to jail.
You're qualified immunity zone, everything, because you're stepping on constitutional rights now, Mr. Officer Bailey.
Okay, but can I explain something to you?
Go ahead. I was just saying, man, y'all
the basic concept.
But that's why you cannot trust the police, because y'all act like cool guys. And I'm trying to
explain to you, and now you're interrupting. You won't even let me talk.
Because the whole thing.
I have a concept I need to explain to you that I want you to understand.
Let me let you talk.
Okay.
That's why you can't trust the police.
Okay. Except that, I just told you, I've been doing this for 17 years.
Right? You know people, right?
No. I've been doing this line of work for 17 years, right? I have done that without complaint or lawsuit on my record.
Okay, this will be the first.
No, it won't be.
These cops weren't completely clueless. They realized this man could sue them, or even worse, ruin their reputation by posting the video online for everyone to see. But instead of rethinking their pathetic approach, they doubled down with excuses. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, they completely lost it and escalated the situation out of nowhere.
Because this is the thing. Between the two of us, I am the subject matter expert on the law, and that includes constitutional law. I have hundreds of hours of study and application of that in my line of work. We are out here for a lawful reason. You've been contacted for a lawful purpose, us performing our duties. That is 100% true, whether you like it or not. And it is within that course of my duties that I am asking you to provide a name and date of birth that I can verify, and we can let you go.
That's incorrect. Let me ask you a question.
I'm not going to ask again. No, you're going to go to jail for failing to identify yourself.
Let me ask you a question now.
I will answer it, and then you will identify yourself, or you will go to jail.
If I'm standing on the sidewalk eating a bowl of cereal, and someone don't like that,
that's not suspicious. People can say what you're doing there.
Anything. You can't turn a constitutional. This is First Amendment, freedom of the press.
And I'm not stopping you from recording.
But that's what you're doing.
No, I'm not stopping.
Anybody can say anything is suspicious.
The officer's fake professionalism finally crumbled, replaced by outright threats and an arrest for refusing to show ID, even though no crime had been committed. But here's the thing, their bruised egos weren't just about the man refusing to comply. No, what really stung them was something far deeper, and you're about to see exactly what that was.
That's what you're doing right now. You asked me for my ID.
What about it?
I have rights to privacy, sir. I don't have to show my ID if I haven't committed a crime. And then you said failure to ID. I have to commit a crime first.
We are out
to show you my ID.
We are out here for
failure to ID is a secondary crime, sir.
I'm trying to explain.
I'm not educating you on 17.
You're not. You're not educating me because you're incorrect. You are incorrect.
So what is the Fourth Amendment? What is the Fourth Amendment? That's what we at right now. This is the Fourth Amendment. Me recording is my First Amendment. You're asking me for my ID. This is the Fourth.
I'm going to arrest you at this point.
I'm not going to resist.
Okay. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
I'm not going to take that out of your hand yet. For nothing, dude. All you had to tell me was your name.
I did nothing wrong.
You did, and I've explained it to you, and because you don't like it. Because you don't like it.
That's not it, sir.
Because you don't.
Can you believe the cops arrested this man just because he insulted their egos by saying he was teaching them the law? It's hard to imagine what goes on in the minds of officers so full of themselves. But this arrest wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of a series of bad behavior and escalating aggression from these cops.
Okay. So you're a First Amendment auditor, probably. Probably got a YouTube channel, think you're cool, bunch of followers. You don't understand the law like I do.
I do, sir.
You don't.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Because I don't come to your place. I don't come to your place of business and tell you how to do your job.
I'm not at your place of business. You are. I'm in public, sir.
You are at my place of business. Where do I operate?
All right, for your safety,
Come on, sir,
for your safety and mine, I'm going to pat you down. Do you have anything on you that
I have nothing on me,
hopefully
sir.
hurt
I
your
have
family?
nothing. Okay. I got nothing on me. Ain't nothing in my pocket but my cell phone.
Where's your ID at?
I don't have my
Cell
ID.
phone keys.
What's your last name? What's your last name, sir?
You said you arrested me. I got right to ring. So you need to read me my rent.
This is not a guilt-seeking question, and I don't need to read your rights. Again, you're incorrect.
Okay.
What is your last name?
I have nothing on me, sir, but my cell phone is ringing.
I'm still required just to make sure for my safety.
The cops got even more irritated when the man decided to stay silent and stop engaging them. So they ramped up their threats. When that didn't work, they started making up false accusations. How long do you think they'll keep this up before leaving the poor man alone? Spoiler alert, this mess is far from over.
15 years. Identify yourself is only going to make your booking process take infinitely longer.
That's a secondary contract. I didn't do that.
We're not debating it at this point. What is your last name? What is your last name? Okay. You just ID at the jail, or you'll sit there.
I have the right to remain silent.
I'm not asking you guilt-seeking questions, dude. No, your ID is not a guilt-seeking question.
Okay.
You need to do some more studying, big guy.
Okay, sir.
Did you collect this property yet?
No, I don't have nothing on me.
Hey, do you
Just
got a cell
phone
phone
and this.
I am going to stop your recording. Our recording is going, and you'll have access to that. How do you stop that?
You will push the, you already stopped it. Now, what you gonna do? You're gonna hold that left button.
This one here?
Hold it.
Okay. Push and hold it.
And what's it gonna do? It's gonna go on.
Okay. I want you to have battery and stuff on it left. You know, I don't want to pull it.
So go ahead and take a seat.
Maybe at some point the cops realized they were in the wrong and had overreacted for no reason, but instead of apologizing and letting the man go, they chose a different path. They decided to double down and come up with excuses to justify their actions, trying to explain why doing the wrong thing was somehow the right move.
Seat in there. All right, lean back for me. Reach across your here.
You take enough of this, savage man. Come on, y'all know you know I had an ID word. Mine is no crime. You don't have to give your ID.
That's what we're doing an investigation, man.
Okay. Investigation on what?
Investigation on suspicious party.
Suspicious party.
Dude, I've already explained this to you.
That's not a crime.
Okay.
Investigate on suspicion.
I've already explained to you.
And you took my camera.
Yeah. Because we are recording and you can have access to that.
Hey, that stuff gets lost, man. You never get the body cam footage. You don't get body cam footage.
If you request it, ain't nobody on it but you. There's no other privacy concerns or nothing.
I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
Standing in public.
I can't help but you're refusing to understand
Anybody
this.
can say somebody is suspicious, sir.
No.
You standing up.
Your example, you stay out here eating a bowl of cereal, they're going to say, there's a dude out here eating a bowl of cereal.
Unfortunately, the man was arrested. But after being released, he continued to fight for his rights and demand justice for what had happened to him. Meanwhile, both cops kept their jobs, facing no real consequences. What do you think? Did they deserve harsher punishments, or is it enough that this man continues to expose and humiliate these corrupt officers on social media? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned as we move on to an even more bizarre case. This time it all began when a man was filming outside a police station from a public area. Officer Connor approached him, questioning why he was filming and expressing supposed concerns about the building's security and potential legal violations. But here's the kicker: the man, invoking his constitutional rights, didn't realize that the cops had already decided what they were gonna do. Nothing he said mattered to them. Their plan was already set.
Hello, sir, how are you? Very good. Can I ask what we're doing here?
Let's take some pictures for you.
Like what, though?
Everything I can
Police
see.
facility?
Everything I can see.
Okay. Everything that you can see.
Yep.
Okay. In regards to what?
This is some public filming.
You can't film a police facility.
Why is that?
Right? It's private property. And there's a lot of things that happen in there that are police related that can't be on the news and such.
Oh. So the law is that.
That's the general law. It's trespassing.
The law is it then.
It's a general law.
So me filming in there is trespassing?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
O'Connor.
And your name?
Higgins.
Your name, sir?
Quigley.
Your name, sir?
Silvertines.
You guys agree with what he just said? I'm not allowed to film whatever I can see from public?
In a private facility, no. In a police facility, no.
Whatever I can see from public, I can film, sir. Are you guys gonna back him up on that, or you gonna kick me out of here?
No, we're just gonna stand here until you leave.
So I'm free to go. Am I being detained?
No.
The situation escalates as the officers try to confuse the man, blurring the lines between public and private property to shake his confidence. But the man doesn't back down. He stands his ground, using his knowledge of the law to dismantle their weak arguments. From the start, he knew something was off with these cops, but soon he'll see just how far they're willing to go step by step.
Time for you to go, right?
Yes.
Time for you to stay as well, right?
Well, and we'll stay right here with you.
That's a good use of your time.
No, it's very good use of our time. You're the one that's exhausting it right now for no reason.
Sir, did you swear an oath to the Canadian Charter of Rights?
Yes, I did.
Do you know about freedom of the press?
Yes. Do you?
I'm exercising it right now, sir.
Okay, explain it to me.
I can film whatever I want from public.
Okay, explain it to me.
I just did.
No, explain the whole Charter of Freedom to me. Go
I
ahead.
just did, sir. In layman's terms,
Okay.
I can film whatever I want from
Okay.
public.
You film whatever you want. We're trying to figure out what you're doing here. You want to stand here? We'll stand here with you.
If you came here more politely, I'd tell you what I was
Well,
doing.
no, when people are filming my facility,
That's
I
your
don't like
facility.
that. Yes, I work there. That's my facility.
It's not mine, too.
No. You work there?
I pay tax dollars.
So do I.
So it's public property, right?
No, it's private property.
Visitors parking right there, brother.
Yep.
So
Still private property in
Still
the visitors
private
parking.
it's visitors parking.
Still private property.
Trust me, I've been through this with many other departments.
Okay.
You want to keep going this way, I recommend not to, bro.
The officers' frustration starts to show as they try to blame the man for wasting their time. Their contradictions, first claiming filming is trespassing, then admitting it isn't, expose just how little they understand the law and completely destroy their credibility. It's clear these cops have been taught they can say and do whatever they want without consequences. But soon they're about to face a harsh reality check.
I don't care. I'll stand here as long as I have to.
I know all my laws and all my rights.
Do you?
Yeah. You standing here is just making yourself look like, a bad guy. What are you doing?
Not really.
Could be out
doing
there.
my job.
These guys just left on patrol. Came back to waste your time just to back up O'Connor here. He seems to know what he's talking about. First he told me I can't film in there and that it would be trespassing.
Yeah, you can't film
Now
within
you're
our
saying
facility.
that I can, but you're just gonna sit
You
here
can't
listening.
film within our facilities.
Are you gonna arrest me if I do, sir? Okay, then I can. Right? Don't come give me unlawful orders and unlawful directives, sir. Be more professional.
I'll be professional when you leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Trust me, I'll be here long before you leave.
Is there something you're looking for in particular? It's a simple question.
Do I have to answer it?
I'm just asking you a question. You don't have to answer it now. But are you looking for something? Is there something that we can talk about here as why you're here and the purpose of it? No? This is just what you wanted to do?
The man skillfully flips the situation, exposing the officer's true tactics, intimidation disguised as concern. By calmly standing his ground and refusing to comply with their invasive questions, he completely shifts the power dynamic. But if you're wondering whether this will be enough to get the cops removed from duty or even disciplined, the answer might surprise you, not in a good way.
Well, I'm just asking what's your name. I didn't get it.
I don't want to give my name at this point.
How come?
Because I feel like I'm being threatened.
No, you're not being
I'm
threatened.
being harassed.
We're having a conversation,
My
right?
Canadian right to film in public, whatever I can see for public, including private property. That's my Canadian right. I can do that. I don't have to answer any of your questions. I don't have to cooperate in your little investigation here. I don't have to do any of that. I'm glad your body cameras are on, and you might learn a lesson here today. You might get a little bit educated. Next time you see somebody else filming, maybe you go up to them and say, hey man, how's it going? Beautiful facility, huh? Would you like to take some pictures of my squad car? Instead of the attitude you came out with your Connor 3150. Yep. You guys just keep backing them, just makes you guys look like clowns too, honestly. Tyrants. The main tyrant tagged along by the other tyrants. You just follow whatever. Because
You guys are brothers in arms, right? Back to blue.
Absolutely.
I'm a Canadian citizen exercising my rights. None of you have my back.
Your back for what?
None of you have my back.
The worst part is that more and more cops keep gathering around this guy who had done nothing wrong, like they were preparing for something major. It's hard to believe this many officers were needed for such a small, insignificant matter. Do you agree that it just proves they like to band together in large groups to feel more powerful?
If I film him there, what are you going to do? You told me I can't do it. You said it's common law, quote unquote. It's common law. I can't film into your facility.
Yes, because there's police techniques.
Am I breaking common law right now? I'm zooming in. Am I breaking common law right now, sir?
In my mind, yes.
Okay, and what law is that?
That's my law. That's my facility.
Would you like to arrest me, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay, then what are you trying to accomplish here, bud?
Nothing. I'm standing here with you.
I'm willing to go to jail to defend my rights.
What rights do you have? What rights do you have? What rights do you have?
I have the right to film in public, just like I can lay a pray mat out right here and pray to Allah. I have that right. That's my Canadian Charter rights. I have the right to call you jackass and give you the middle finger.
Yes, you do.
That's Canadian Charter rights.
You don't need to be a law expert to know that just because a building is private doesn't mean it can't be filmed from public property like a sidewalk. But these cops, who are supposed to know the law since they enforce it, had no clue. The man had to educate them, which is pretty embarrassing, don't you think?
Section 2, Part B. All three of those. Okay.
Glad you're educated.
I'm not glad that you're not. I'm not glad that I had to teach you that.
No, I know it all.
I'm sure you
Went to
don't.
school for it. Been doing it for 20 years.
This guy over here is getting tired. I don't blame him.
I'm tired of listening to you.
You're getting tired of listening to me?
Yes.
I'm a part of this community. I'm a member of the public.
Where do you
You're
live?
getting tired of here. You're getting tired of here.
Where do you live?
I'm a part of this community.
Where do you live?
If I was standing on the road like this, you guys would be telling me to get up the road or you'd arrest me, correct? You guys are above the law.
Who said that?
You're acting under the color of law right now, right?
Who said we're above the law? Was that what
I'm
you're saying?
that. I'm suggesting that,
You're
yeah.
suggesting that.
You guys are in the middle of the road. What are you doing?
No, we're not in the middle of the road. We're on the side of the road.
That's safety, man. Officer
Middle
safety.
of the road's over there.
You guys talk about officer
Glad I had to
safety all the
educate you.
time. What are you doing on the road, bud? You know how many cars? You've been here, what, like 15 minutes? You know how many cars that went around us? Constable O'Connor. I'm gonna want an incident report, incident number for this interaction as well. I want that body camera footage.
Yeah, you can put in freedom of
Don't worry,
information
I'll get
request
that
for
body
it.
camera footage and that one, and that one, and that one. Okay. Anything you guys conspired before walking up to me, anything you conspire after, I'll have all of that. So don't mute it. Appreciate it. That's another Canadian right of mine.
What's that?
The freedom to your information.
Yeah, Freedom of Information Act, yeah. I just explained that. You can gather all you want from there.
I can. Thanks. You're teaching me something good here, O'Connor.
I'm trying. You just don't seem to be listening.
What do I have to listen to?
When the officers admitted they simply didn't like being filmed, it became clear they had no lawful authority in this situation. Their continued efforts to make the man leave, even after admitting he wasn't breaking any laws, exposed their real motive: control, not law enforcement. But as their excuses run dry, the tension only grows, setting the stage for what happens next.
You want me to leave?
Yes,
Yeah, why?
because I don't like you filming the police station.
Well, you're at work right now, right?
Yes, I
Under
am.
the color of law? Am I breaking the law?
No.
Then why do you want me to leave?
Because I don't feel the need for you to be filming a police station when there's police techniques that are involved.
That has nothing to do with you.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
I work here. It does.
That has nothing to do with you. I can be on this public easement all I want. Why don't you just leave me alone, Higgins? Why don't you just go back to work?
We can't. We're dealing with you.
You're dealing with me, yeah. You really are. Doing a good job. Doing a good job.
Appreciate that.
Don't worry, we're
Thanks for
gonna
the support.
rewind all of this back and see all the things that you tried to tell me at the beginning of this interaction that weren't true and that were unlawful. And you're trying to tell me, you're trying to bully me away
Am I?
from me. Yeah, you were. You were. Yeah. You thought that I didn't know my rights.
The interaction reached a breaking point as the man, calm and firm, continued to dismantle the officer's weak arguments. Despite claiming to have no more questions, the officer refused to leave, making it clear their presence was about intimidation. But then, Officer Connor discovered something that took the situation to a whole new level: the misuse of authority by someone in leadership. Stay tuned to see exactly what I meant by that.
Yeah. All right, O'Connor. So what's next? What are you going to tell me next?
Nothing. We're just standing out.
You're going to suggest that I'm a little lopsided, I'm a little drunk, and you're going to try to arrest me? Huh?
So I'm asking you back.
What's next here, O'Connor? What's next?
You're asking me, so I'm asking the question back.
What's next? What do you want to know? Ask me a question.
What's your name?
Don't want to answer that question. Next question.
Where do you live?
Next question. Next question, O'Connor.
I got no questions.
All right. O'Connor 3150 has got no more questions. But yet he remains.
Yes. As I told you, we will stand here as long as you are.
He wants to kick a law-abiding citizen off the public easement. I suggest you call your sergeant. You know what?
I am the sergeant.
Sergeant.
I am the sergeant.
You are a sergeant?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Can I request your supervisor, O'Connor?
No. Chief isn't working today.
There's nobody above you on right now?
No.
You got stripes on that? You got stripes on that?
Yeah, I do.
All right. That's, wow. How did that happen?
Because I work hard.
The basic Canadian Charter rights. Freedom of the press, number one. But you tried to tell me I'm not allowed to film.
Just when it seemed like the cops were about to escalate the situation further after getting into a heated argument with the man, they made a move that might surprise many of you. They decided to head back to the police station and leave the man to exercise his constitutional rights, or at least that's what they wanted us to believe.
Anyways, is there anything particular we can help you out with here? This is wasting time.
Don't say, Constable Higgins. Don't say. Sergeant Higgins.
Do you want anything in particular? Just
Sergeant
answer the
Higgins,
question.
you enjoy the rest of your shift.
All right. Just stay off the property, man.
You guys go kick snow.
All right?
Okay?
If you need
Off the
something
shift.
particular, you let us know. Okay?
You have a good shift.
Bye, O'Connor. Told you leave before me.
I'll stay with him. It's good. Hey? Sorry? No, there's nothing. He's not doing anything in violation. Well, that's up for debate, I guess, right? I don't know.
So if I stand outside of his place and videotape his place, his cars, that's fucking can't do that.
I know. But I'm trying to find a definitive answer and nobody's picking up here.
Although all the officers decided to return to the police station, one stayed behind with the man across the street. The plan among the bystanders seemed clear: turn off their body cameras and escalate the situation in line with their tyrannical behavior. However, the officers whose footage we're watching apparently forgot to turn off his body cam and ended up saying things no public official should ever say.
Every car that comes through here, he's picking up. You can go sit out at your place and fucking sit there and close your car.
Hey, it's Higgins. Oh yeah, he's just filming everything. But there's nothing we can do, right? Nah, he's across the road. Yeah, he's just being a goof. But Grego won't let go. How we got here, who dropped him off, I don't even see a car.
However, the officer soon realized his body cam was still on. Over the next 20 minutes, he kept turning it on just for a few seconds at intervals. Why do you think he was doing that? What was he saying to his colleagues when he felt the need to turn it off before speaking?
Why haven't you arrested me? Because it's not a summary offense.
No, it's because there's no offense right now. It's common law that you don't film into a police station because there's police techniques being utilized within there that you are not privy to have.
8422, can you mark 1 in custody?
This is what it is, man.
Meanwhile, the officer who stayed with the man kept trying to intimidate and overpower him, refusing to back down. He tried every tactic he could think of, even portraying himself as some sort of hero, as ironic as that might sound.
Part of the community, you said, so I'm making sure you're safe. That's what I'm doing. I want to make sure you're safe. So I'm going to stand where I can make sure that you're safe.
Please stop coming up to me. I'm safe.
I'm making sure you're safe.
On the public, yes.
I have to make sure you're safe.
One thing clear for the camera.
Sir, you are part of the community. I am making sure you're safe. You're standing too close to the roadway. I'm afraid of you getting hit by a car. So I'm making sure you're safe. I'm a very visible presence, so I'm making sure that you are safe.
Please have a nice day, sir.
I gotta make sure you're safe.
Stop harassing me.
I'm not. I'm making sure you're safe
because you're
part of the community.
Stop harassing me.
You're part of the community, so I'm making sure you're safe. When you go, then I can go. But until then, I gotta make sure you're safe.
No matter how much these cops thought they were doing the right thing, all they really did was make fools of themselves. They didn't need any bigger punishment than this. Their own actions were embarrassing enough. And to top it all off, the man humiliated these corrupt cops by posting the video on YouTube for everyone to see. That's the cherry on top. If you thought today's video was wild, get ready for the next one because there are even worse cops out there.